Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you and getting into my weekly check-in. I need to check in and see how my budget's doing, how much money I have till basically the end of the month. The next paycheck is not until the 30th. It's an extra paycheck for us. It's a fourth paycheck period this month. And I'm excited to just kind of see where we're at. Hopefully I'm not too much over, and that our system is working really well with the weekly check-ins. I love doing them. They keep me on track and definitely show me when I am not behaving. So and that kind of reins me back in. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's get our notebooks, our tablets, our phones, whatever we're using to actually do our budget, and we'll budget together. Okay, so you see here, I've got my Erin Condren wild flowers. I love this. It's so pretty. I just put it on for this month, and I'm just absolutely in love with this. I cannot wait to get into next year's planners, but I have to wait 6 months before I can get into mine. Mine are all January starts. I don't have kids in the academic year, so an academic planner doesn't work for me, but I have looked at the new the new monthly planner. Gosh, I can't even think today. The new monthly planner, and I love it. I actually have a different cover for that, but it's still wildflowers on the inside for all the different tabs and the calendars. So I'm excited to see that for next year. But I just thought I'd show it off a little bit because it's just too pretty not to. Okay, here we are. So the weekly check-in is set up. I have what I wanted to spend on week 4. And my weekly check-in, the 4 categories I actually pay attention to the closest and try not to go over in, but let's just admit it, it's summertime, we're going to go over. Grocery household, I had budgeted $438.69. Restaurants, I had $137.50. Miscellaneous, I had $6.21. You know I didn't stay in that. And then 0 is always for unbudgeted. Those are the ones I track closely here. And I do also have a credit card that I put all of our spending on. And I will show you the spending calendar that we are working with for this month right here. Love this header at the top. Oh my gosh, the stickers for this month are just gorgeous. So here is what we have, and these are the ones that we're working with. I'm working from the 15th. After I did my last weekly check-in, of course we spent money. I don't think today we're going to spend any. Hopefully it stays a no spend day, but we'll see when my husband gets home. But I have no plans to go out, and I have no plans to buy anything, and as long as we stay off of Amazon, we should be good. So the 15th through the 22nd, today I'm counting as a no spend, and we pretty much spent all except for Sunday. So that is where we're at right now. We're going to track these. You can see I have some unbudgeted. So my categories in this little key over here is grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, co-pays for medicines and stuff, and doctor's appointments, and then unbudgeted. So I do have some unbudgeted. I have a little bit in every category but gas, I think. Everything is in here. So there you go. So let's go ahead and take my notes page that I have prepared over here off to the side. There we go. And we are going to check off, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what was spent, and we're going to total these numbers up together. So I did a lot of stocking up at different times, depending on coupons and different things going on at my local grocery store here. And big supply stuff, large supply of toilet paper, things like that, paper products, just a grocery, household, and pantry stock up right here. And I think there were some meats on sale, so I got like 5 or 6 pounds worth of ground beef and things like that. So that really adds up right now. Even on sale, it's like the regular price I used to pay just 6 months ago. So I'm like, this is absurd the way this is going. So we're going to start with grocery household. The first one I have here is $198.22. Then here, and that's on the 16th, on the 17th, I have an even $72. This charge here was actually $220, where we had over the weekend finally put up my son's shelves in his closet for his Legos. If you don't know, My son is obsessed with Legos, and he's my youngest son. He just graduated last year. And I'll pull a picture up on my phone here. He just loves his Legos. And here's like one of his displays here. Oh, sorry. I hope you can see that well. Make sure it's all bright. Yeah, it's all bright. He has that and these really cool Legos around his room and different shelving. And he loves the Ninjago series. These are the new ones he got for his birthday. And so, yeah, Legos are his thing. And we are happy for him that he has this engineering mind. And so we still have a lot of his Legos in boxes. And if you know, last year we moved in August. We got rid of the ones that he had, and we needed to update and get new storage solutions. So a lot of that $220 that's not listed here, we used a sinking fund to pay for it, and I think about 140 of it was, you know, just different carts and different drawers and things like that to put the loose Legos that aren't built in. So, and there's a lot of those, and he uses them regularly and he changes them out all the time. So I have no need to really get rid of them, but at the same time, it's a lot. It's a lot of work to upkeep. $133.59 here. Let's see. Move my calendar back. And that's here on Tuesday. And that was grocery household stuff. The stuff here on $72, I didn't mention, that was a little bit of grocery household, but we've got 3 emergency car kits. The ones we have are really, really old, and if anything happened and we needed something, the ointments wouldn't have been good, the bandages wouldn't have stuck, you know, just, you want to be prepared. So, yeah, we have that there. That's what that was about. And then I needed to get some extra groceries. I think I got a package of chicken and stuff like that that was on sale, and just stocked up a little bit. And then here, Amazon for kitchen, $59.53. Now I have a box somewhere. I don't know where it went. I don't know if it went to Goodwill before we left, or if it's here amongst the unpacked boxes that we haven't found everything in. And I have some kitchen stuff that were measuring cups and measuring spoons, and what else did I get? Oh, I got those things, and then I also got I love them, they're a cup that when you fill it up with water and you look inside, it tells you the measurement as it's rising in water. And I don't have one of those. I had one when we moved, but I don't know where it went. So I wanted it again, so I ordered a new one on Amazon. And then I always get my Reynolds Wrap parchment paper that lays flat, that's in a square in a box. I always get it off of Amazon because I can buy 4 at a time, and they always have it. So that was part of that order, and it should be here sometime today. So I'm excited about that. So that was what I got there. And let's go ahead and total this up and see how much we spent for grocery household. There we go. Okay, so we have $463.34. There we go. So now we're going to move on to the restaurants, and we ate out a little more than I expected, but it was okay because I think it's still within budget. First thing was, I just was in a mood and things were going all wrong, and I just could not cook. I mean, not even for my kids. Normally, if my husband and I go out to eat, because I don't want to cook for me and him. My kids, I always cook for. It's not a big deal. But I didn't cook for them, so we picked up McDonald's for them, and then my husband and I went out to dinner and went to Costa Fiesta and got a dinner, and that was $19.69 and then $48.19. So if we all went out together, it probably would have cost the same with tip. But splitting it between 2 restaurants was not a problem. I would have gone to Chick-fil-A, but our Chick-fil-A is closed for renovations, so I don't know when I'm going to see that again. Sometime in the fall is what they said. I guess by the time they go back to school, so I guess I can wait that long. And then pizza, Friday night pizza, $35.73, and then my husband was so agreeable and was so nice that when I couldn't function on Monday, we went to Panda Express and got some Panda Express. Some fried rice and some, what did I get? I got teriyaki and shrimp and walnut, honey shrimp and walnut with fried rice. So that was really, really good. And I enjoyed that, and I needed the break. I've had a lot of low mental health days or low down days. I don't know if you track things like that. I don't really track it, but I know where my limits are. And I am going through these ups and downs a lot lately. And yeah, so I'm just trying to stay on track and keep motivated. So luckily my husband's very kind, and when I say I can't cook, he understands why. So that's really awesome. He's a really great guy. I'm gonna total the restaurants up and I'll be right back. I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day. Okay, so we have $131.61, and that is what we have for restaurants, which is pretty good, I think. Miscellaneous, I do have these two miscellaneous purchases, and then I have unbudgeted. Difference between the two is I have a miscellaneous category to catch-all for purchases, but if it goes outside that parameter, or I know it's going to put us over, or they're larger purchases, I will put it unbudgeted, and I'll either pay for it under sinking funds or I pay for it out of the buffer of the checking account. And all of this is on our credit card, which we pay off every week, or I pay off every week. That way I know the credit card is good and we're still using it. We are still in good standing, but it still gets paid off regularly, and we don't really have any debt because the cash is sitting in the bank account and it's not an issue. But it took me years and years to get there. So lots of practice. Here is Nissan. So I went to the dealership, got the oil changed, and I had them turn off the airbag sensor, which came right back on, and I knew that was going to happen. I don't do a car maintenance fund. I'll either go and budget and plan it out and put it on the credit card, or I will use miscellaneous to take care of it. And this was small enough I could just put it under miscellaneous. And then I have, my son's shoes. So a while back he got hiking boots, and then he also wanted tennis shoes that are like the ones he has. Amazon actually had some in his size, so 44.52 was his shoes. I think they're a couple year old as far as style, but they still have brand new ones in stock. So I was like, I'm gonna get one, and it was on sale. I'm like, absolutely, because I think I paid almost $80 originally, and now they're not as high. So as long as he still likes them, we're happy. So let's go ahead and total this up. You're like a stone on my pillow. All right, miscellaneous had 95.25. And obviously that went way over whatever the $6 and some change was. We have not bought gas. I'm sure we'll buy gas on Friday. We have some driving to do. I put a lot in gas this month thinking we might do more driving, but we haven't. So anything that we're over on, we're probably going to be able to put back in the buffer of the checking account and then take care of everything. Gas is one of those categories that probably will happen out of. So we'll see how that turns out in Paycheck 3 when I close out the video, or close out my month of June with Paycheck 3 and Paycheck 4. So unbudgeted here. A lot of things happened, and they all happened on Amazon right here. So I really wish I wrote down what this was. Oh, I know what this was. Okay. I bought 3 pairs of shorts for all 3 of my guys. My husband and my 2 sons. So it's 9 pairs of shorts. And 1 pair hasn't been charged yet. So what I really did is get 8 pairs with this money, and then I'm going to get a charge later, because the first pair I ordered, you can do that 7-day trial, which is about to come up, and they're going to charge here probably tonight or tomorrow, but that 7-day trial. And got 1 pair, because These are grown men. My 2 sons are adults, and my husband, I think he's an adult. But they are all roughly the same size. So I ordered 1 pair, and I had all 3 of them try it on to see how the size fit with the shorts. And we went from there, and then I mass ordered like another 8 pair of shorts on top of what I had already purchased that was a trial. So that's what all of these are. It just depended what color and how long it took to ship, and that's why it's broken down this way. So we're going to total, well actually I'm just going to go, one charge was $56.85. Again, these are all shorts. So $173.59. A bulk of them were put together here. And then $31.69. This was just 1 pair. And certain colors cost a little more or less depending on the shorts. Under the same brand, it's just, you know, when Amazon has all those lists of shorts and or tops or whatever, and you can scroll through in different colors. That's what we were doing. So yeah, and then we ordered it. We didn't get 1 shipping, 1 box. We just ordered it and let it come however it came. Okay, here we go.
I don't make a sound when I shut the door.
There we go. So we have $262.13. These are all clothes. Normally this would come out of miscellaneous, but I don't normally buy this many items at once. So I have to figure out how to do it. More than likely, as long as I have enough in the buffer checking account, I'll just pay it that way. And just use Paycheck for my savings for this month. So there we go. Hopefully I have enough to do it. If I don't, what I don't have, I will carry a negative balance and wait to pay the credit card next week, so that when I do have the extra paycheck, I can make sure everything's paid. I don't really want to do it out of savings just yet. 1 week will not hurt me. Anything longer than a week left on the credit card, it just rises my anxiety, but 1 week I don't think will hurt me that much. We'll have to wait and see. So I did have $11.89 in copays for myself and I think my husband. And then I have some bills. So these bills are the ones that came out for this week on the 16th through the 22nd. So I have our Dr. Odell. We did go see him. Sometimes we don't on Friday, and we're actually switching to every other Friday. And then I did have this $6.99 over here, which is Discovery Plus. And then I had the $39.17, which is my husband's subscription. And then $2.99 here, Apple Storage is what that actually is. And then HelloFresh. And if you can notice, anything that was highlighted in blue, those are the ones that went on the credit card. So that is what I have to track to pay here. And since all this is going on the credit card, I have to make sure I track all that. And we're going to figure out how much is going to be paid to the credit card. Now, I do have this refund on the credit card right here. I had to take back, I think it was a stick of deodorant. It didn't twist up in order for it to come out to use. So I just took it back and they gave me a $4.12 credit. So that's what that is. I have to count that in order for me to get the right balance. So for the credit card. When I did the math before I came on, that's what it made me do, so that's what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and total up my bills here, and then we're going to come up with, then we're going to go and do the weekly check-in part, and then I'm going to come back and find out how much we need to pay the credit card. So let's total this up.
You don't have to wake up yet.
All right, we have, did I do that wrong? I think I did this wrong. I'm missing something.
We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the...
Okay, there we go. I skipped over something. I do apologize. So 189.08, and that is not what I have with my notes. Let me try one more time. Okay, no, that's right. I have a 9 here. That's supposed to be a 3. In my notes, I probably made it a 9. There we go. Now I have what I need. Okay, we're good to go. Now that I have all my numbers, now that I know all of this, I can come here and check on what I really need to know. Did I go over? Do I need to rein it in? What's going on? What is my budget telling me? And that's what the weekly check-in is for. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit closer. Not too close because then I'll blur the whole time. But let's see how I did in grocery household. And didn't do that hot because I spent $463.34, which gives me a negative balance. We will do the math in just a second. And then the restaurants, it has $131.61. I am under with restaurants. Hallelujah. I am so grateful for that. Miscellaneous, I'm way over. Let's see. I have $95.25. So there's that. And then the way over with $262.13 with the unbudgeted. So I need my black pen and then I need my red pen. I'm gonna get that over here. And let's go ahead and calculate these numbers. So let's do this. $438.69 minus the $463.34, giving me a negative of $24.65. All right. Now I have $137.50. I know this is going to be under budget, so we're going to use the black pen. $131.61. There we go. $5.89. That is good. And then yeah, all of this is red except for restaurants, which is usually the other way around. But that's okay. We'll get it all figured out. $6 is what I had and 21 cents minus the 95.25. And that gives me a negative of 89.04. And then this is $262.13. Wow. So it just creeped up on me a little more, 2 more categories and now 3 categories. So hopefully by the end of the month, we will be back in the black, but we'll have to wait and see what I do. Week 5 will include, will not include the 30th. That's going to go in July's budget just because I do a Friday to Thursday start. But it will end on the 29th, and that is where the budget is at right now. So we're going to go ahead and do the math on how we're going to carry this over. Every week equals a certain amount of money. So I have $300 that I planned for week 5. Now keep in mind, week 4 and week 5 are under Paycheck 3, which means the cash was actually already in the checking account when I spent the money. It's not that I didn't have the cash, and I don't use cash envelopes. So that's kind of me borrowing from week 5 for that category. So I really need to stay on track here. So I have $300, and I'm going to subtract that $24.65. And that's going to give me a new budget, and hopefully I can stay within it in the next week. $275.35. If I push myself hard enough, I will. And I can delay a lot of things until after July's paycheck. So that'll work there. Next, we have restaurants, and that was $5.89. Plus the $120 that I planned for the week. So we have some money to go out this weekend. And hopefully stay in budget with this because my husband has an appointment out in Lexington, Kentucky, which is a good 45 minutes from where we're at. And we're going to spend the day there, and we might go out to dinner there. So we'll probably have to use that for dinner and then order a pizza for our kids. So, or our sons, so they can have dinner and don't have to cook and burn down the house. So I'm happy with that. So miscellaneous, I do have $120 for this week, but I've already used $89.04 of that this last week, which only gives me $30. And $210.96. So I have to make decisions here. Is it going to go unbudgeted? Do I use the $30? I don't know. We'll see what the week holds. Hopefully I can kind of keep it in, but we'll see. And $0 for unbudgeted, like always. If I do have miscellaneous stuff that I'm going to spend, I may put it under unbudgeted and then figure out how to pay cash for it. One thing that drives me a little bit is I can't spend too much, because if I keep dipping into emergency fund to pay off my credit card because I want to keep a zero balance, then that kind of negates why I have an emergency fund or any kind of savings. So I really need to not take the lifestyle creep, where you have enough money to kind of buy extra things, but really there's better uses for your money to grow for other things in your future that you need to take care of later. Nobody wants to be sitting around going, oh, I really wish I had money now and I regret buying all the frivolous stuff I did before, and yeah, that kind of thing. So this is what I have in the budget. For the week I have $30.96, $125.89, and $275.35. It's $432.22. I do have a little bit more than that. That's just these 4 categories. Let's find out how much. Oh, it's not here. It's here. How much I owe the credit card. So the way I figured that up is I total all these numbers together and we get a balance that I need to pay my credit card. And it usually matches what my bank account says I owe on my credit card. So that works out really, really well. So that's how you know you did your math right. Especially when you pay it off regularly once a week. And now, depending on what credit card and the rules of your credit card and the bank, depends on if you can pay that frequently or not, or if they prefer something totally different. So check with your bank and find out what your rules are and if you are allowed to do multiple payments to your accounts in order to figure out what works best for you. So grocery household, $463.34 plus the $131.61 and the $95.25. plus the $262.13, plus the $11.89, plus the $189.08. And then I'm going to subtract this $4.12 because there's a refund on there, and that is my magic number that I need to pay my credit card for what is left. So when I look at this, and I'll just kind of pull up my bank account on my phone, and I can tell you exactly what on my phone, pulling it up. Try not to show up too much information here. I'm looking at it right now at the checking account, and I am showing $1,977.96, and I have $1,149.18. That leaves me $828.78 till the end of the month in the checking account. That's what I have, and that's including paying this unbudgeted amount that I didn't plan on paying. So I think if I look at my Paycheck 3, the only bill that has not come out is HelloFresh. There's one more. There's 2 HelloFresh. I have 2 boxes here. I've checked off one, and there's one more next week, and that is $69.93. And everything else, except for these spending categories, is taken care of. Everything else has been paid. There's not been an issue. So when I look at that, I can actually say, I think for a week, I can use, because I'm not going to pay what I spend from Friday. What is the date? Friday the 24th down here to the 29th. I'm not going to pay that until the 29th. So it'll all sit in the credit card. So if I need this extra paycheck to cover things, I definitely could wait 1 day to pay, because I'll normally pay it here. And I'm going to go ahead and pay all these things off. Oh, I forgot to check off my pharmacy. All right, there we go. So that is going to be the plan, I believe, is to go ahead and make that payment and pay off the credit card, bring it back to zero, and we will be good as far as our budget and for this month and these paycheck periods. I think things went pretty well this month. I did have above and beyond spending, with the clothes and the shoes and things like that. That was a little more than usual. Usually we go 1 or 2 items every few months or so, but I did it all in bulk this time, which doesn't happen very often. So I think we're fine. And yeah, that is my weekly check-in. So we are good to go here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone.